Stablecoins. We're talking USDT, USDC, DAI, UST, and maybe some others. Chances are, if you're watching and waiting around in this market for an opportunity, then you probably have a heavier allocation of stablecoins than you otherwise normally would. And if you're like us, you're probably exploring ways that you can make money with these stablecoins while you wait, i.e., passive income. We've done our research and we've discovered a pretty low risk opportunity with stablecoins where you can earn up to 34% without taking the risk of holding a more volatile token. And in this video, we're going to walk you through the entire process in the simplest possible way. In order to get started, let's go through a couple of the first steps that we're going to need to follow in order to get some of these 30% plus returns. For starters, let's understand completely the tools that we're working with. Specifically, we're working entirely in the Terra Luna ecosystem, and this means working between apps will be fast and inexpensive. This is always something that we're fans of. There's no bridging required here. So again, it's simple. There are a few wallet options if you don't have a Terra wallet yet. The Terra Station wallet is an excellent choice. Trust wallet is another good one as well. You're gonna have fewer steps and this method will be easier with Terra Station. Check out altcoinbuzz.io for all things Terra Luna related. Now, understanding we're only in the Terra ecosystem, here are the assets we're gonna be using. Number 1, UST. Number 2, AUST. Number 3, Luna. And number 4, B Luna. It seems like a lot, but as you may have guessed, these assets are all closely related to each other. To begin with, let's consider UST. This is the algorithmic stablecoin of the Terra ecosystem, and it's the third largest stablecoin behind Tether and USDC, so it's pretty sizable. It's also the largest decentralized and algorithmic stablecoin, and today it's the 15th largest project with a market cap of over $12 billion. So this isn't some dinky little thing with a whole lot of risk and uncertainty associated with it. The second asset that we mentioned right off the top is AUST. This is an interest-bearing token you get from Incur once you make your deposit there, and will be our first step in the method. And the beauty of AUST is that it's like a receipt showing that we have our Incur deposit earning interest. Yet it's like a liquid stake token too, meaning that we can use it to go earn money while we're earning money in Incur at the same time. Luna is next for us here. It's the governance coin for the Terra blockchain, and you will need it and or UST to pay gas fees for all these transactions that we're talking about here. As Terra explains in this tweet thread, Luna plays a vital role in helping UST maintain its algorithmic peg as a stablecoin. Terra burns Luna basically to create UST, so the two have an inverse relationship when it comes to supply. So the supply of UST increasing means the supply of Luna is decreasing due to the burn mechanism that they have in place. So while that thread that we just looked at is about a volatile period last May, the safeguards in place, including using Luna, meant that UST only lost its peg really for a couple of days, as is reflected here on the chart. And that's a pretty good indication, in at least our opinion, that these guys are pretty good at being able to manage risk. And finally, we're looking at B Luna today, or bonded Luna. This is when Luna is collateralized in the Incur protocol, or Luna is staking and earning staking rewards. It always trades at a slight discount to Luna, but has times when that discount grows. So it's an arbitrage opportunity in other words, but we're going to look at that more closely in another video. Also, it has its own demand for investors to use aside from Luna. The number one use is for collateral to borrow on Incur. You can also lend it and borrow it at different rates than Luna, and that's how we're going to use it when we show you our step-by-step guide for this method. So once again, these are the 4 assets we looked at: UST, AUST, Luna, and B Luna. Now it's on to the apps. We already gave you guys a hint that we're using Incur, and it's no secret that is the platform that we're using. It's definitely not a secret. We are 100% taking advantage of the Incur Earn program. Their yield reserve to pay out on Earn just got a boost of $450 million. Here we show you step by step how to deposit on Incur so you can earn that very sweet 19.5%. And we're going to use 3 different apps with this technique. We'll be using Incur Protocol, Edge Protocol, your Terra Station wallet, or TerraSwap if you prefer, then back to Incur one more time. So let's talk about the 30% stablecoin method. Now that you know what assets and apps we need, we can get into the technique, which of course is why you clicked on the video. So step 1, you're going to want to deposit your UST into Incur. If you're outside the US, you can buy UST almost everywhere. If you're from the US, you can buy it at Coinbase, FTX, Gemini, or Kraken, as well as SushiSwap and TerraSwap. And really, it's just as easy as this video explains. You go to Incur, then to Earn and Deposit, and you're going to start earning that 19.5% interest. You will also receive the AUST we need for the next step here, where you see in the dashboard that 1 AUST equals 1.196 UST. So for $1,000 of UST, you're looking at getting about $835 AUST. That's because the AUST earns the interest, not the UST. When you withdraw, you get your UST back though. As we outlined in a recent video, this technique alone puts you well ahead of most investors with the combination of interest rate as well as safety, which is important. You may want to stop here and take a look at that video. A card should be popping up right about now. But to continue so you can get that extra 10%, let's move on ahead to step 2. Step 2 is lending or supplying our AUST on Edge protocol. Today, the interest rate on Edge is 0.02% on our AUST, so it's not much, but every bit does help. We are actually supplying the AUST as collateral for the next step, and while you can boost to try to increase your returns, we don't recommend it. The risk of liquidation where you lose the AUST and the anchor returns you will be earning is too high, so just take the small interest rate offered instead. Step number 3, borrow Luna with our AUST on Edge at 1.99%. So now that our AUST is on deposit at Edge from step 2, we're going to use it to borrow bonded Luna or B Luna. Our AUST is quality collateral, so our interest rate is low. We think the most you should borrow to try to reduce the chances of liquidation is 75% LTV, that's loan to value. 50% might be better and you're still going to get good returns, but that's a decision that you have to make. So from our original 1,000 UST to about 835 AUST, you should be just under $750 worth of B Luna. In a year, you'd be paid $15 in interest. Step 4, you're going to swap your B Luna for Luna in your Terra Station wallet or TerraSwap. The Terra Station wallet swap feature really comes in handy here. As we said earlier, you will get slightly less Luna as B Luna trades at a discount. Today, the discount is less than 1%. So both that discount and the gas are kind of negligible for the sake of this demonstration. In fact, your total cost in gas and conversion fees should be no more than maybe $30 for all of these transactions. Step number 5, you're going to sell your Luna for UST in your Terra Station wallet or TerraSwap. Again, really fast, really cheap, and you're going to use the same app, whether in wallet or not, to swap your Luna for UST. We have to do this as 2 steps instead of 1 because in the wallet we can't swap B Luna for UST directly. In TerraSwap you can, but it does cost a little bit more. As you can see in this video, the 2 swaps in Terra Station, steps 4 and 5, took less than 3 minutes to do and cost less than 50 cents or about 0.5 UST. There should be little slippage, but it's possible the $750 borrowed is now closer to $740. We're being conservative here. For step number 6, you're going to want to deposit your UST in Anchor again. And this is really just a repeat of step 1, but we will not repeat the other steps as the increased borrowing increases our chances of liquidation on our valuable interest earning AUST. It would be foolish to risk it at this point. Besides, we have $740, again conservatively earning 19.5% now. Okay, let's talk about some of the risks that we may incur or encounter with this method. We've said that they're low, and they are, but that doesn't mean they're zero. So let's take an honest look. First of all, there's a loan liquidation risk. This is a risk, but again, it is very low because our collateral for our Edge loan is a UST. If not a stablecoin itself, it certainly is stablecoin-like, sharing many properties with UST, as you guys know. The collateral side of our B Luna loan is pretty secure. Anchor could recalculate the conversion rate lower, and that would work against us. Or this relates to risk number 2, which is UST loses its peg. If UST loses its peg, there is a chance we get hit with a collateral call on our loan. And even if the loss is not much, a loss in the peg would mean that we earn less than our 30%. There's also the volatility of Luna and B Luna. So volatility in Luna or B Luna could affect one of our conversions along the way, meaning we earn less. That's even though we do not maintain positions in these other than our B Luna loan. If B Luna's value is volatile, we may have to put up more UST to secure our position based on Edge's risk ratio requirements. Then there's an airdrop risk as well. If Anchor's APR drops or Edge's APR for our loan increases, then we will most certainly earn less. And finally, we have to consider the smart contract risk. Because we are dealing with one wallet and 3 different apps, and smart contracts keep things together, there is a risk if there is a hack or a bug in one of the smart contracts. These apps have been tested and have high TVL numbers, but mistakes and hacks do happen. You need to be aware of this despite it not being a huge risk. Okay, so quick calculations here. Let's see how we did with our $1,000 investment. Your deposit interest on Anchor for $1,000 is 19.47%. So we're talking about $194.70. And then you have Edge interest, $995 at 0.02%. It's about 19 cents, nothing to write home about, but it still counts. Just be sure not to spend it all in one place. Then you're borrowing BLUNA at 75% LTV on Edge, $750 at 1.99%. That's about $15. Then you deposit your $740 at Anchor. That's at 19.47%, so $144.07. So our three numbers in the plus column of $194.19 and $144.07, those three total $338.96. We subtract our $15 in interest costs from borrowing BLUNA on Edge, and we have $323.96, or the equivalent of 32.39% APY on our original $1,000. And of course, guys, if you're dealing with more money, you're going to have certain economies of scale that kick in, but that's not a bad return. It's actually a great return with pretty low risk. If you guys want to learn more about passive income techniques, then be sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Altcoin Buzz, and hit the bell to receive notifications. As a friendly reminder, however, yes, we're sharing some of our own strategies that we personally employ, but none of this should be considered official financial or investment advice. And to get our best research fresh off the presses, come join our Altcoin Buzz access group. That's where you can talk to our researchers directly and see really for yourself firsthand how we find winning techniques just like this one. If you're interested in Altcoin Buzz Access Pro, our premium membership starts at $99 per month and more information is available. All you gotta do is follow the link, which is included in the description below. Best of luck, guys. If you choose to invest, stay safe. Check out these other couple of videos, which should be popping up right about now. Have a great weekend. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.